Well, welcome back. Um, so yeah, I had an earlier video that I was ranting pretty hard with, so I decided to cut it out and get back on topic. Um, we're going to do a quick round of trading, and then I'm going to launch a new world. Let's just do this because all we're doing is we're doing the stick trade. Yay! Um, the jungle trees are growing really, really good. Once upon a time, I was all about the spruce trees because they were easy to harvest, pretty quick to grow, but I didn't like the way it changed the composition of the soil. Not the most attractive uh, condition, but all the same, pretty decent. Okay, we'll do this, and let's see. We want to find the guys who are taking. There we go. This is for XP levels because I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to build um, some enchanted gear because, like I said, I do want to continue. I do need to farm mobs for certain things. Wait, this is easier. There we go. Okay. Anybody else? But you guys, are you ready yet? No? Anybody else? Here we go. All right, we're down to 19 XP. So yeah, yeah, just basically it's a farming simulator. We have downtown, which is still looking pretty ragged. We're gonna have to get around to sorting that out. Um, we are good to go here, so I'm gonna do this because we're going to stop here. We're going to start a new world, and I'm not sure what we want to call it yet. Uh, the I did go to the Nether, as you can see. I found a floating happy gas and grew that. Let's see. Let's do the day's date. How about that? It is it's 22nd. All right, so we're going to go 2204 2026, and let's see what we get. We want a starting map, bonus chest, yada yada yada. Uh, and we're going to go to the general. We're going to name this world 20426, and we're going to create. We're going to start it at normal. I always like to start it at normal just to get an idea of what the flow of the ads are going to be. Well, we get stuck in a deep forest where there's all kinds of monsters killing us. I have had worlds where I ended up spawning right next to a creeper, or a creeper spawning right next to me within a matter of minutes, and it's just like, ah, why? Wow, this is nice. There's an entire canyon right here. All right, well, there's a jungle. Cool, we like jungles. It's off map. Um, let's hop over and see what we got. Let's put this guy in my offhand, though. All right. So, actually, not a really bad map. Seriously, it's actually quite pretty. This is really nice. Definitely build some good things around here. All right, we're gonna head inland a little bit. So, pretty cool. Spawn over there. That's gonna be a major resource pool, and it's good to have something like that nearby. Got some caves to look into. Um, my son has recently been on a quest to find a woodland mansion on his world, and because of caves and cliffs being a thing, that's going to be a struggle in itself. Finding a dark oak forest gives you better chances, but all the same, if there's not enough real estate to support the whole thing, you might get some really weird builds. I didn't realize just how much of a hex crawler I've become. Okay, that's cool. I'm not certain, but That does not, no, I thought maybe because of the lighting that looked like a structure, but it wasn't. All right, so this is all basically the woods behind us. Let's get down to the river, and I think I'll go ahead and throw a boat together if I have enough wood on hand. We have an acacia biome over there, savanna. I'm not real technical when it comes to how I call a biome. I know, I think most of the names, like this is the Badlands. Oh, there is a structure, and it is a pillager base. Okay, this is good because normally where there are pillagers, there ought to be villagers. So I'm guessing that for some reason, acacia biomes seem to spawn more villages than anything else. Um, we're not going to get any villages over there, but there's a jungle temple too. So this is actually a really cool little. This might be nice for like a quick adventure, just to kind of like you know dork around a little bit. Um, looks like the river goes all the way up into there. And this river line goes off map that way. Okay, so yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and take it to the interior. Uh, we have sugarcane, always looking for bamboo. If there's a jungle temple, that's going to be a lot. There's going to be enough string to at least make a fishing rod. Um, I don't see any bamboo. It's very rare to have jungle terrain grow up right against badlands. Against the desert, not too much, but badlands. I'm not sure what the percentage chances are of a desert biome being spawned in as a badlands. Uh, it's a shame that orange sand only makes plain glass. It doesn't actually make orange glass. You'd think it would, but I mean, scientifically, I guess you're smelting out the pure impurities. So I don't see any bamboo. I'm sure there's probably more towards the interior. Let's just trying to get to the middle of the map. Let's do that. Let's do that boat thing. Even though water's no longer the absolute safe zone anymore, it's still much safer than just being on overland. Specifically because creepers. We should be okay. Oh, of course. You know what's really interesting is that because this is a survival game, you'd think that the majority of what you do would be survival based. Um, how many people, how many people you use a crafting table to make a raft, or even a boat for that matter? Uh, I guess that's the balancer. Oh, we're going towards the middle, so let's go this way. The other cool thing about being on a boat is that you can maintain a consistent velocity while also uh, building, getting your food levels taken care of. So in that little bend in the river, right there, yep, there's the village, there's the pillagers. So yeah, active hostile mobs. They do drop some decent gear, but they will fucking one-shot you outside of iron armor, especially on normal, you know, because like normal is like really single-player hard mode for me. I was trying to see if maybe we get a desert village. I don't think I've ever seen a Badlands village. Now, pillagers do scout, so I do have to be aware of that. I guess I could go ahead and just go to broad view. I like third person view mostly because a lot of times it makes it easier for me to see what's going on. But I like to imagine that narratively speaking, it's your character reaching out with their extra senses or with their senses in general to try and like, you know, get an impression of the area. It's like you ever been on a hike or biking or just driving and you're not really sure where you are because it's a new place, but you like go with your intuition. That's why I think third person view is kind of like it's your intuition view. Okay, so not too much going on. I don't know what's inland because we're not inland, but we're here at the semi-middle of the map. There's a good little cave right over there. I guess I could just come up this way. Let me see anything that looks like a settlement. Like I said, typically, if you've got a pillager base on your map, you're going to have at least one village nearby. Typically. I know. Lots of noncommittals and disclaimers. I should get into politics. I think we want to. Oh, we do have dark oak in our inventory, so there must be dark oak somewhere on the map. We're gonna make a shovel. It'd be so much nicer if you could make tools by hand. We're already at nightfall. Now, the reason why I'm doing the sand thing is because it's going to get dark and I don't have a bed. And I'm playing in normal mode for at least the first few days while we do this. And I'm hoping that with a little bit of elevation, not only will I avoid most of the hostile mobs of the area, which would be, are they husks? They're called husks, right? Those are daywalkers. So once they spawn, that's it. I got to deal with them. Um, but also archers. I don't want any skeletons sniping me, and they do have a good visual range. Plus creepers, you know. And sand's pretty easy to break down. I was really hoping there would be a structure nearby, a village of something. Well, there is a structure, but I mean like a settlement, you know. Huh. And that's going to be more Badlands. Okay. That's a mine shaft. That's actually really cool. So lots to explore then. That's good. Yep, so there's all my string that I'm going to want. And spiders. Yay, spiders. Still not a settlement. Well, I mean, a settlement for the dead. Yeah, it looks like my village is probably going to be over there in the acacia fields. Yeah, I have to be mindful about how much I run. Oh, man. I guess I've got enough sand. I can just, go above ground a little bit. 30 is plenty. So I'm not too concerned. And also not concerned because, you know, the whole idea is to explore the world within that one day to see what we have on the map. I like it. I like it. I like a settlement nearby the spawn because then it makes, it makes the idea of, oops, there's more spider stuff. Oh, there's a spawner down there. I bet you there's a spawner down here. Spider spawner. Holy shit. That's actually really cool. Um, I would have thought, okay, I guess not. I'm surprised there haven't been anything popping out to gnaw at me yet. Well, that's it. All right, it's time. We'll just bring ourselves up about this far. Maybe if I get some elevation, might be able to see something. That's a lava flow next to me. It's kind of nice. There's some pumpkins. That's typically an indicator there's a village nearby. More lava. Uh, there we go. And the population is out. All right. At this point, we're going to go ahead and save and quit. And I'm going to go back. Instead of turning it into creative for the lap, let's go ahead and duplicate the world. I really am kind of curious as to see whether or not that is a true spider spawner down there, or if it's just another mine shaft. We'll go to creative. Oops, yes. And breakfast today is granola. My daughter bought this stuff called Purely Elizabeth. Um, I don't know if that means it's Elizabethan style granola or not, but it's actually really good. It's got a kind of a mapley kind of flavor to it. All right, so then we have all this. Oh, it's just spider webs. I thought for sure it'd be a spawner. It's just a bunch of spider webs. No, it is. It's a mine shaft. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be mindful of how I do that. Bad pun. Okay, it's just a continuation of the mine shaft I saw earlier. Um, yeah, I really would love to find one of these in jelly butter. I would have loved to find one of these in Bella's Forge too, but that's okay. Coal, some iron. And we're on normal mode, and you get armored zombies. What the heck, dudes? That's the entrance right there. Okay, we're gonna go and let's check out the acacia fields and see if there's a village here. Yep, there's one way up here. Off map, of course. All the villages are going to be off map. I really just have to accept that the first few days of your Minecraft experience is expected to be you surviving in the wilderness and fighting against enemies and stuff like that. So for guys like me who like, village tuning, this is just the reality we have to deal with. So we have a really goofy village. This is terrible. This is a terrible village, design-wise. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, if you look at it from above, I mean, dude, seriously, all the way straight down right there. You definitely would not want to play King of the World at that cattle pen because, yeah, anybody that falls would be like straight to their death. From the overhead, that would be a fantastic village to have. That would definitely be worth it. And maybe as some pickup resources, yeah, it probably still is. Let's see about going to hell. This might change. Uh, we want that, want that. As Caves and Cliffs, I think, also affects the Nether somehow, as they added all these extra biomes. So now you don't get strongholds anymore, or fortresses, or whatever they were called. Where blazes spawn. So here we are. No Nether wart, no blazes. I don't know if it was accurate memory or not. I'll have to double check with the internet. But I seem to recall Netherwart spawning naturally on soul sand, just out in the open, you know? But you can't even get it from wandering traders anymore. Nothing. I mean, I wouldn't find this interesting at all to me. I don't find this interesting. Let's see. Ash waste. Here's the soul sand. No nether wart. Just a bunch of that crimson root, which I don't think. grows nether wart. There is a dried gas, so we can do that. That might be fun with all the caves and cliffs. Elytra was supposed to be the way that you accessed the world, but they made that such a barrier. They put such a barrier between that. Here we go. Here's the real ash waste. Okay. Yeah. You'll probably find a piglin fortress around here somewhere. I know it's just Pavlovian, but I have been in an ash cloud like this, and yeah, it's a very distinct smell and feel. It is quite suffocating. Well, what a shame. What an absolute shame. Um, yeah, just another really broad, boring nether. Uh-huh. Oh well. Yeah, we're done here. Anyway, that's it, guys. As a world to explore and wander, if you really are doing that, I hate to say that, if you are, it's a good place to explore and wander. I don't think it's really something you'd want to invest resources into settling in. As much of a slut as I am for string, um, yeah, I'm gonna stay with the others I have. Anyway, till next time, be nice and play well. Don't settle for bullshit.